referral is the first thing we do is if they have identifying information for an alleged, typically for the alleged victim is when we'll first start looking. But sometimes for the alleged perpetrator, then we will search the database to see if there's primarily an existing case. Because if there's already an existing case, then the information would go to the current either investigator or caseworker, depending on the status of the case. But then what will happen is, once you do that search, it'll come up and you might see that there's, 5 other Sue Smiths. So then you want to verify date of birth and make sure that if there are some similarities, they will look to see if there are priors or that type of thing, because they want to let the investigator know. Because maybe there is a history of, say, reported sexual abuse, but we've never substantiated on it. Or we've gotten 15 calls on child neglect, but every time we go to the house, everything's okay. So they could say we have 3 priors on child neglect or something like that.
But they would refer to that as a prior, though? But they would refer to that as a prior, even though it wasn't substantiated?
They could say we've had 3. I don't know for sure, and that's where you will probably talk to the
See, that's what I'm talking. That's what I was talking about. You just, what I was just explaining is that, those 3 times that they went out to the house was fine, and then later something's going on. You're referring to it as general practice that would be referred to as 3 priors, even though they weren't substantiated.
They may say something in the intake notes to the effect that we were contacted in 1999 on a physical abuse, but it was unsupported, or something to that effect. And that's just primarily, you also have worker safety as an issue, so if we know that if we get a call and there are concerns with drugs, that's a prime example of where worker safety could be an issue, because a lot of times in drug endangered environments, you have weapons and that type of thing. So they might pull a prior and say, you'll want to take law enforcement, they'll say they're substantiated for drug abuse or gang activity, and part of that is that knowledge and sharing of it is so that our workers can be prepared and take law enforcement with them if they need to, or at least notify law enforcement that they're going out in the event that their safety might be jeopardized.
Well, how would they get...
But most of that information is just all part of the reason you have a database and maintain that information. It's no different than a law enforcement investigation. If you're getting allegations of abuse and neglect of a child by law, if those are substantiated, they're criminal. So it's important to have that information and have good notes about what you did during the process of the investigation, even if it's unsubstantiated, so that, there are cases where, maybe we didn't get all of the best information and it could have jeopardized the child's safety, and that's why it's so important that we do have that information and have it on file so that we can refer to it to protect the child, the family, and our staff.
Yeah. I have one more question. Ooh, what's that?
One more question?
I have one more question.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull this up. I'm going down a list of things.
That's okay.
Okay.
And I'm not aware of, I am not aware of any states that are trying to combine databases. I'm sure there have been conversations about it, but I don't think states have money to do it.
No, the funding is in place for some states, yeah, and they're setting it up for almost all states to hook up. They're calling it SACWIS, the State Automated Child Welfare Information System. What do you call your database there?
Oh yeah, they're for, we call it SAFE.
You call it what?
Probably some people, SAFE.
S-A-F-E?
They just call it SAFE. S-A-F-E,
Is that an acronym, or?
There's probably people at the office who work, I'm the department spokesperson, so the Division of Child and Family Services is one division of like 8 that I cover. So for more detailed information about that, you'll probably want to talk to one of our database specialists, which they'll be in the office on Monday. So.
Okay. Okay, we've gone over that. That's good. Okay, and their foster history. Okay, oh yeah. Okay, here we go. And the people who complain, make the complaints, since all these allegations and whatnot are put in there, are the sources of the complaints put in there? Like the names of the people who are making the names of the people who make the CPS complaints, are they in there?
Yeah, they call them referrants, and they are in there, but people can report anonymously, so, and all of that information is confidential.
Okay, so anonymous,
so
the anonymous reports are left?
A copy, pardon me?
So anonymous allegations are also left in there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now, real quick, one more question that just came to mind. I didn't even have it written down. Considering that anonymous people can make those allegations and whatnot, what social worker would be allowed to write in the system? I mean, are people let known when there's been a SACWIS report about them, or safe report, as you call it?
Only if the allegation is supported and therefore they are identified as a perpetrator, then they receive a notification and they can appeal it.
But all the other allegations could be flying around about somebody and they not even know that they're there?
Yep.
Wow. God, you know, you've been a really big help. Obviously, the streamlining thing, you know, something needs to happen with regards to streamlining things. But I really appreciate it.
Right.
What's your name again? How do I spell it for my article?
It's Elizabeth Solis. So it's E-L-I-Z.
E-L-I-Z, E-L...
E-L-I-Z-A-B-E-T-H. And my last name is Solis, S as in Sam, O-L-L-I, S as in Sam. And I'm the Public Information Officer for the Department of Child and Family Services. And then
That's
Family Services is a division within our department.
That's S-O-L-L-I-C?
No, S-O-L-L-I-S.
Okay.
That's the Sam. So it's like Solis, but with an extra L.
Oh, how pretty. Okay, and what department are you in again?
I'm the Department of Human Services and Child and Family Services, which is basically has the database. They're a division of the Department of Human Services.
And what's your position?
Public Information Officer.
Public. You know, they're so technical with this, they want everything perfect.